what's gotten in my mind.
Well, good morning from Lake Bled. Once again, I have my trusty holiday rower with me who has rowed me across from the banks of the lake across to the church here. We hired a little rowboat. I think it was €20 for an hour. We've gone for a bit of a walk around the island and we've just got the most magnificent day. The water is just this incredible turquoise colour. You see pictures of it, you think, oh, that doesn't look real, but it really is. So, lovely place to be. We came here today on the bus, so we've got the bus up from Ljubljana and then we've gone for a bit of a walk around the lake to get to where we've caught the boats. So there's plenty of other things to do here. We're going to be staying here for a couple of days looking at the castle and the gorges, and there's another lake nearby which we've got on our list to visit as well. So a few things on the list, and hopefully the sun stays shining like this and be perfect.
I believed it, that I needed all their lives. I was defeated.
Here we are at Lake Bled, or Bled, Lake Bled, whatever. We're here.
We made it.
Yeah, and we've had a great day today. We have walked around the entire lake, which was
Bit over 6 kilometres.
Yes, even though it said 6 miles on some sites, obviously
Americans had been there.
Yes, so that was a pretty good walk, and we
Went up to the castle.
climbed up to the castle. That was a bit of a mountain goat track, but
It was.
a lot of good fun. So we went up there and we did that.
And the views were amazing.
Views were fantastic, and
And then we clambered back down again
yep,
and then looped all the way around back to where we started from, including our ride on the boat.
and we went out to the island and the famous church just out there, which was really good fun, and took a bit of footage and had a bit of a wander around out there as well. So we had quite a full and pleasant day.
It was. Legs were a bit tired at the end after scampering up and down the hill because it was pretty high.
20,000 plus step day, but it was pretty good.
Yep.
And
Meant that we could have more for dinner.
yeah. Well, our plan for dinner tonight is to eat at the local restaurant, as in the one at our hotel, and have some local fare.
Ooh, do you reckon we go the goulash?
We do the venison goulash and the cheese Štruklji.
Okay, you might be able to have that one on your own, but I reckon the goulash could be pretty good.
And the local wines, of course. So it looks
not.
good. Yeah, okay. And then big day planned tomorrow. We're going to head off up to
The gorge.
Yeah, the gorge. That'll be gorgeous.
Oh dear.
Grab your bag, pack your coat, walk on out through the door, to the street, to the highway. You and me will go explore by the sea. Read the stories from your book, tie the lines onto the hook, take a picture by the street, be the best friends we can be, you and me. It's gonna be a good day. All the people we could meet, all the beauty we could see, endless possibility, all the love we'll ever need. It's gonna be.
This morning we have left Bled and we've come up to Vintgar Gorge. We got a shuttle bus up here and we've wandered along the river. We've had a lot of fun spotting for fish.
It's been great. I've been out of action on my fly fishing for a little while because of a knee injury, and I had to cancel my fly fishing while in Slovenia.
Which
It was one of
sad.
those things I thought it was better off to cancel it early rather than get here and make my knee really bad for another 3 weeks in Europe. So it was probably a good thing to do. Anyway, had a lovely walk along a stream in Vintgar Gorge and saw lots of trout, all taking off the surface, so I'm pretty happy. It was a really beautiful walk.
It was so pretty. The water just looked like little pools of opal. It was really, really a very pretty walk. and then a bit of a steep pinch coming back up from the gorge to come up to the top here where we're getting picked up again by the shuttle. So we seem to have climbed a few hills lately. I'm sure I'll be in great shape by the time we get home.
Okay, so we'd read that there was a shuttle bus from the centre of Bled up to Vintgar Gorge, and we sat there for about 40 minutes. It was supposed to be on the hour, every hour. Didn't turn up. People had said, oh yeah, it comes, and it didn't. So we ended up going into one of the tour offices, and they were running a shuttle bus up here, so we paid €10 each to come up here and also to get picked up. And about when we got up here, 5 minutes later, a shuttle bus turned up, which was obviously the free shuttle bus that we should have waited longer for. But anyway, so it's a little bit of an inexact science. So if you are doing this, ask lots of people and maybe just sit it out. But the shuttle bus is only certain times of the year anyway, so check that one out.
Yeah, we're here in sort of mid-September, and I think the shuttle bus runs until the end of the month, and after that, you're on your own as to how you get up here.
And they also said that to buy tickets into the gorge are timed, and you've got to... it's hard to get, so you can't always just front up at the ticket office. You might not get a ticket, so sometimes it's better to buy them online. It's not that busy at the moment, but in the busy time it may well be worthwhile getting your time, buying the tickets online, getting your time, and then organising your shuttle around those.
Yeah, whereas we didn't buy our tickets ahead of time, had no issue. We just walked up, got the ticket, got your little helmet and trotted off down the gorge. So it really wasn't too crowded. I can imagine in the summer, judging by the size of the car parking here, that this would become a very crowded and very popular place to see. And it's beautiful, so it's well worth seeing. But I think we've done well doing it on the end of the season.
It was good.
So,
it was a great walk.
Fun day.
If only I could have done it with a fly rod, it would have been 10 times better.
It's always next time.
Okay, so we're in Bled in mid-September, and it's supposed to be the quiet time, and I guess it's quiet time, but there's just
I guess
loads of people. I think there's loads of people, but it's apparently hardly anyone.
if you've watched any of our other videos, loads of people, could be 3 or 4. Any photo opportunity spot around by the lake has got someone standing in it, pretty much.
Any section of the lake, there's not 10 metres spare on this lake that someone's not taking a selfie or doing it.
Yep.
And this is the quiet time. But once you get out in the water or you go up into the gorge, there was still
there's people there.
Plenty of people there. It felt all right, but it's busy. It's a busy tourist centre. So just before, we've booked a couple of e-bikes, and we're going to head up to Bohinj and pick up our e-bikes and spend the whole day riding around Lake Bohinj up to the waterfall, and probably visit a few little restaurants and bars up in the little villages up there as well, and have some fine Slovenian fare. So we're really looking forward to that on Monday.
Yep, so 3 full days really planned for what we've got happening.
Should be good, having a ball.
As of late I get swept into memories of the past, looking for all the things that I drew. They are lost in a box in my room. And
This morning we left Bled Milno, where we are staying in the Starkl Hotel. Is it Starkl? Starkl Hotel. And jumped on a bus and went for about 40 minutes, and we jumped off at Pod Boglum and hired a couple of mountain bikes, and we jumped on those, and when we got them it was pretty cool and very
12 degrees, very fresh.
Yeah, and very foggy, so we haven't actually seen the lake yet.
So we're at Lake Bohinj in that area, so that's where we caught the bus to. We were at Lake Bled yesterday. Today it's Lake Bohinj, and we're having a look around in that space. And we've just done a climb. Gosh, I love a stair. Been up to the Slap Savica Waterfall.
It was about a 20-minute walk, lots and lots of stairs, but it was pretty good, well worth the look. Really, that waterfall comes out of a cave, and apparently in the cave there's 40 metres of lake or thereabouts. So a lot of water gushing out of there. Next we're getting on the bikes and we're going down a big hill and we're going to...
Not sure where we're going to, actually.
We're going to Ukanc, and then we're going to go on the northern side of the lake and around to another place where we will hopefully get lunch and get that all sorted.
By the river we've always convened, where we sit and discuss our dreams. In a while we'll become what we said, but for now I'll keep the memories.
Okay, so we've come from Slap Savica, and instead of going down the road, there was a bit of a sign that said you could get to Ukanc this way. So we've come down this path and it looks like we're in the middle of a farmer's paddock and we've got lots of electric fences to pick up, but the scenery is absolutely spectacular. We're just in the middle of this huge valley. It looks pretty good. So I think we're going to be, this is going to take us a lot longer to do. I think that's a pool over there too as well. Anyway, not to worry. It's going to take us a lot longer to just get to Ukanc this way, but then we're going to do a trail on the opposite side of the lake and we'll see what that goes like. We've just finished our bike ride around Lake Bohinj, but we didn't go around Lake Bohinj.
That wasn't quite that.
We got told by a few people that you could go up to the waterfall and then all the way back along that side of the lake over there. But when we did, the top end was actually a national park, and it clearly said no mountain bikes, even though there was one sign that clearly said this is a bike path, and then 5 metres later it clearly said, European wasps, it clearly said you can't take your bikes up here. So we didn't, and we came back down and we had a nice lunch in the town, whatever that one was called, I can't remember. So we had a nice lunch and that was all good, and we are back at Pod Voglum, about to catch our bus back to Bled.
It's a bit of a land of the fairy tales here. There's lots of little fairy trails for little kids, and they've got little explanations about the different types of fairies you could expect to encounter on this trail. We've kept our eyes peeled, but only seen a few.
Alrighty, so this is our last day in Slovenia.
It is.
So, takeaways from Slovenia. Number one, the most beautiful country I've ever been in.
Yes.
Spectacular.
Yeah, the water and things, just incredible. Like, and we've been to a lot of countries. What are we up to now? 40-something countries in, and this one, is, for beauty, is just way up there. Take buses over trains. They seem to be an easier way to get around, but the timetable seems to be more of a guideline. So 20 minutes either side hasn't been unusual for us.
Bled cream cake, pretty good. Seems a lot just like a pretty
trusty Australian vanilla slice
that you get in any country town. But anyway, that was good. Gave me an excuse to have a vanilla slice. I mean, a Bled cream cake, so that was pretty nice. Coffee, most of the time it comes out of those god-awful machines. Have had a couple of good coffees, one in Ljubljana and one, that was in Bled. That was pretty good, but yeah, hard to get a good coffee.
You will need some small change if you want to go to the toilet. Lots of toilets in restaurants. If you haven't paid, they will let you use the toilet. It's got a turnstile on it. You'll need €1 just to get through.
No, I guess with the buses, just if you've got to do a transfer, yeah, and you're happy to wait around. You can travel fairly cheaply on the local buses, and we could get back quite cheaply to Ljubljana tomorrow on one of the local buses, but we've paid probably, 5 or 6 times as much to make sure we are there 1 hour before our train leaves, because there's no way. To get the local bus, there would have been a 15-minute space between getting off that bus and
onto the train.
It wouldn't have happened, so we've had to pay more to do that. So if you've got a transfer involved
and it's tight,
find a private transfer/bus service. There's plenty of them.
There's heaps of them.
Just look at them online.
Go Opti is one. There's heaps of them around.
And if you haven't got a transfer and you're happy just to save some money and do the bus, it works really, really well, as long as you've got the time up your sleeve. So that's it for us in Slovenia. I didn't get to fish it, sadly, but that means I'll probably have to come back one day. And tomorrow we will get up very early, head into town, sit around there for a little while and jump on a private transfer back to Ljubljana. Then we're going to head on a train and we're going to head to
Graz.
30 minutes after the bus should have arrived to take us back to Bled, we're still sitting at the bus stop.
I'm sure it'll come eventually.
And you said